What's up everyone, how's it going? In this game we have Noha spawning on the southwest of Cliffside as our pink Russ. Over on the northeast we have LaSh as our green Order of the Dragon. We'll have to wait and see. Doesn't look like we're actually going to be getting any Dark Age Rush from LaSh. I've been seeing it more and more frequently recently, but I don't know if it's not done right. So when you do a Dark Age Rush, let's say with the Mongols, whether or not you achieve anything, you're still going to be able to go into feudal pretty decently. You're still going to have a nice feudal timing attack, potentially even going into a fast castle. You could go into traders behind it. With Order of the Dragon, if you don't do it properly, if you don't do the Dark Age properly, or if you don't do enough damage in the Dark Age, I feel like it just kind of screws you over the rest of the game. It's a lot more technical with them, and it has a lot to deal with the fact that their units just take a lot longer to make, and of course are a lot more expensive. So the timing attacks they fall short, not just incrementally, but massively, in my opinion. We'll see what happens in this game. It looks like LaSh is going to be playing pretty standard. We're going to have to wait and see, obviously, on whether or not he's going to be going for the Minework Palace or for the Aachen Chapel. I honestly think he's going to be going more for the Aachen instead of the Minework. As for Noha, haven't really casted or seen any games from him. But if he's going to play a standard Russ, then he'll most likely be going into the Kremlin to TC play and attempt to go for a castle timing from there as well. If it is going to be castle versus castle, I do give the upper hand to Order of the Dragon. They have a really strong castle. They're able to go out on even with their gilded horsemen. Once they get the gilded knights, it's just a completely different dynamic. Like, you just have, the math completely changes when you're going against Order of the Dragon. The way that you perceive fights is completely different than how you would against any other normal civilization. Yeah, you might have, oh, it is going to be the Minework Palace. Okay, Minework coming down. And then it's, let's see, are you going to go Golden Gate or are you going to go Kremlin? It should be the Kremlin, realistically. Rarely do we see the Golden Gate anymore. But anytime we get to see it, I'm happy, because that means it's not going to be a normal meta build. I get tired of seeing these cookie cutter builds. That's why I get so happy when I see Abbey of the Kings. And where are you going? It looks like it's going to be the Kremlin if it's, yeah. Kremlin coming down, decent positioning. Don't think it's going to be a 2TC play then, since the Kremlin is going to be getting put down here. We'll most likely just see stables into a few early knights while in feudal to try to get into castle with the, ooh, are we getting 2T? No, just grabbing a few resources, a few pieces of stone in order to get the emplacement, arrow slits emplacement for the outpost at the gold. Okay, not too shabby, I guess. Do like the Minework. I actually really like the Minework. It's been one of those buildings, one of those landmarks for the HRE that didn't really make sense, but now that Order of the Dragon is out, it makes a lot more sense for them. Getting that reduced cost on beefy units is just absolutely amazing, because now, well, like Golden Karas for instance too, that's pretty damn strong. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, the Minework Palace just makes so much sense for the Order of the Dragon. Oh, sorry about that. I had to look at my my video recorder because it kind of like lagged out, I think. So I just wanted to make sure that my recording didn't just die out of nowhere, but no, it looks good. We are going to be getting the 2TC play from Noha, our pink Russ. I didn't really think we were going to be going that route since the Kremlin is so far back, but it looks like he's just going to try to rush up as many or rush it up with 8 villagers on stone, get into that second TC, get away from the stone so it doesn't get harassed. He almost has the wood count as well, so it's looking pretty good. Second TC, where are you gonna go though? Is he gonna be putting it? Does it fit right here? If it fits right here, that'd be amazing, but I don't think it does. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really see the grid. I don't think it fits there. There's no way it does, right? It is gonna be put on the eastern side. Where though? Dude, if it fits there, I'd be astonished. Yes, it does. Oh, it barely fits. Okay, that's good. That's an amazing position for that second TC. That is a really solid position for that second TC. Meanwhile, LaSh is going to be going up into castle right now. Well, not right now. Give it about a minute. He's missing out on some food. Just a tad. Villagers only cost 1, right? Yeah, just making sure. I don't know. I don't feel like the devs give the HRE or Order of the Dragon much love. And it's gonna be the Regnant. I really do feel like this is the perfect combo for Order of the Dragon. Going into the Minework Palace, into the Regnant's Cathedral, like this is the go-to. Just like how it's the Aachen into the Regnants for HRE. Yeah, Minework opens it up so much, and then it's more than just the technology building. In my opinion, it's also a really solid like eco building, because you're getting that 40% cost reduction. It's not just like you're getting unique tech out of it, unique upgrades or anything. No, it's 40% faster, 40% reduced. Like, that's absolutely amazing when you're having to pay double for your units. And then the Regnants, of course, as usual, is just really freaking good. Going into the Regnant's Cathedral, starting to grab those relics, which he should have vision of. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he knows. Oh, he doesn't know where all of them are. He's missing the one on the far northern corner, but he has vision of the other 4. He should know about it. First prelate is coming out, doesn't have a second one queued, which is fine. Where are you going to be going? Towards the center western one. Isn't going to be crossing by anything. There's already 2 horsemen out, as well as 2 early knights queued up in order to start harassing and killing off these prelates. Once that happens, it's going to be pretty difficult, or once they're out, it's going to be very difficult for LaSh to start grabbing these relics. Crossbow, gilded crossbow out already, second one being made as well, but he has nothing to cover for them. That's going to be the hard part. This this scout, that was a brave little scout. This crossbow up here on the western side, Mr. Prelate, pick it up. Horseman coming over right now will be able to deny this out, especially once the early one. Wait, where's the early knight? Yep, there you are. Moving over to the western side as well. The Wololo will not be coming off anytime soon either. The gilded crossbows do a lot of damage, but they need at least like 1 or 2 units to cover for them. They do 35 damage to armored units. The first prelate goes down. A little bit of harass. Oh, another prelate's gonna be going down. This one's really close though, at least to the Regnant's Cathedral, so the next prelate that pops out will be able to pick it up pretty easily, and then just like this one right now that's coming out, I would recommend just grabbing it, throwing it back in there instead of forcing it over to the western side. That way the trickle, the gold trickle starts coming in. Instead, he's going to be going over to the western side. Villager will be going down at the berry patches. First blood does go over to Noha. Noha? Noah. Noha. Noha. LaSh sitting on 3 gilded crossbows. 4th one popping out shortly, and a gilded spear will be coming out very soon as well. Are we going up to any more prelates? Does it look like it? Only on the one so far. Do we have Harden yet? Harden is coming up now as well. Another attempt at picking off a few villagers. Harden Spearman very soon. That's a lot of damage that's getting thrown on here. These cav units are getting wrecked quickly too. Look at the amount of damage, and that's just straight from outposts, from the outpost and from the town center. Like the military of LaSh didn't really do much right there, and Noha just lost half of his military. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He lost, yeah, 6 or 7 units right there for free. He didn't even grab, he wasn't even able to kill a single villager. That is, oh wait, the prelate, did the prelate die again? The prelate on the west side died yet again. These villagers are idle though, they need to get pulled over. More villagers are getting idled. Not sure where these gilded oh, okay, they're going over to stone. He is gonna probably start turtling up a little bit more, dropping down a few more outposts, getting Wololo. Ooh. Are they gonna be, is he gonna be able to get, he is gonna get those horsemen. He gets his front line now. Gets a little bit of a front line, a little bit more. They should have transformed over to Gilded Horsemen, just saying. Nice Wololo right there. Noha was not paying attention whatsoever. Did hear it. Not sure what he was doing in the back of that though. That does seem like a pretty uncharacteristic play for a top 200 player, but I have seen worse. At least this was just 2 horsemen. It wasn't like it was early nights or anything of the sort. Let's see, what do we have? It's a scout on the western side. LaSh does find the last relic up here on the north. Eastern relic getting picked up as well. 2 relics have already been garrisoned. 2 more on the way. Where are... okay. 3rd relic is getting picked up as well. This is going absolutely amazing for LaSh, our Green Order of the Dragon player. He's gonna have control of 3 relics, or 5, all 5 relics instead of the normal 3 that most HRE or Order of the Dragon players hope for. You know, optimally we would want 3. Like every game we want at minimum 3. Getting 5 is just so damn good. We're able to free up extra villagers, or free up some of the villagers that we have on gold, move them over to whatever else we need, right? So at the moment we're going to be looking at, what is it, 500, 600 gold? I think it's 600 gold a minute when he gets all 5 of these. Wait, where'd the other one get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Oh, over here next to the deers. Okay, double outposts at the deer. What do you have? Sprinkled in placement. And just look at that range, dude. That is amazing freaking range. Once you get that relic in there, that's absolutely insane. Prelate's moving over to the deer as well. Or not. They are getting split now. 18 villagers. He is gonna just completely eat up these deer so damn quickly. That's a lot of horsemen. This is not gonna be a good fight for our HRE variant. Oh, he could have went for that. I don't know why Noha pulled back. He could have completely just swarmed that entire army. Noha, no laugh. Why didn't you go in on that? That would have been so good. It's mainly just crossbows. Yeah, it's 7 crossbows, a spear, and 2 horsemen. Not gilded horsemen, just 2 regular horsemen. That would have been absolutely amazing. The indecision. Oh, the indecision. So bad right there. Noha is going to be dropping more infrastructure, trying to get that military count up. Currently sitting on 23 against 30 from LaSh. LaSh is looking really solid right now, getting full sets of upgrades, gaining control of the western sacred site, center sacred site, and now moving over to the eastern. No, there's somebody already at the eastern. Halfway there. Sacred Victory will be clicking over in about 10 seconds. Veterancy for the archers finishing up for LaSh as well. Gilded Spear, Horse Archers gonna be going over there to kill him. A little bit of an attack right here in the middle. This is what actually needed to happen earlier when he got that full surround. These crossbows are not going to be able to hold this. They really aren't. They don't do any kind of bonus damage. They do a lot of damage though in general. Just needs to stutter step them back, needs to bring them all the way back home, needs to recover, and just try to pick off whatever he can with those with the stutter step. Able to pick off the remaining horsemen. 2 more come in. Sacred Victory approaching. Doesn't matter though. Golden Cross finishing up. Does need to start transitioning over to a little bit more cavalry, especially with the amount of archers that Noha has. 77 villagers, 78 villagers, 32 military for Noha, 21 archers, 6 horsemen, 3 horse archers, 2 crossbows. LaSh sitting on 36 villagers, 37 military, 11 crossbows, 3 men-at-arms, gilded men-at-arms, 3 prelates, 2 archers, and a single gilded spear. The gilded spear isn't going to be making that big of a difference. He does need to start getting that man-at-arms number up though. Since there aren't that many crossbows, those gilded men-at-arms will be tanking so much damage for a really long time. Especially with the Golden Cross, they're going to be able to tank up a lot more damage. Sadly, when they're at 30% or less, they take 30% less damage, but still a really good upgrade. It makes them tankier the lower they are. 20% less when it's 30% less health. 30% or less. Still, the numbers are looking good for LaSh. He's sitting at 54 military now to the 47 of Noha. He has caught up and now surpassed him in the military count. But what is Noha gonna do? He can't just keep sitting back. He does need to take a fight at some point. He needs to drop those numbers, but it looks like LaSh is going to be the one that's going to be pushing forward. This is going to be a really solid attack. Those prelates are going to be doing a decent amount of work as well, just healing up whatever gets injured. Forces Noha back. The amount of man-at-arms here are just so tanky. That was a quick little skirmish. 14 crossbows, 11 gilded man-at-arms, 6 prelates, going up to 9. He has 3 more in queue. Of course, they're not going to be coming out simultaneously, but little by little over the next minute. And then 3 gilded archers. The upgrades are so good for LaSh. Noha treading behind quite significantly in the upgrades. All he has is +1 ranged attack at the moment. He will be getting +1 ranged armor in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Boom. Noha donating 2 horsemen right there. 91 villagers. So Noha does have the eco to sustain. He just needs the infrastructure. He needs to be able to max out the moment his units start dying off. Without that infrastructure, he's not really going to be able to do much. Double rams coming up for LaSh. Keep in mind the rams have been nerfed. Their health has been reduced by 70, and they also take 20% more damage from melee units. Really solid play coming out of LaSh. There have been quite a few mistakes from Noha. He has been able to recover from those mistakes though, especially since he is on those 2 TCs. He's able to sustain a little bit longer, but now these 2 rams are out. They will be getting destroyed fairly quickly. What are you gonna do? Gonna go straight over to the second town center, kind of try to pick that up. But the angle is pretty terrible for our Order of the Dragon player. Has he up 20 crossbows for Noha? So he is gonna be able to start picking off some of these gilded men-at-arms a little faster than before, but still, the amount of damage that they do. Look at those. Look at the heals. Those heals are absolutely crazy. The military for our Rust player is just demolished, completely killed off. That was 100% one-sided. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but holy crap, dude. Those units just did not want to die with the amount of healing that was coming out from the prelates. But there are still more units coming out for our Rust player in order to try to defend against this. He does need a higher crossbow count in order to kill off the Gilded Man-at-Arms. All of the Men-at-Arms have finally died off. Trade has started as well for our Rust. The traders are getting picked off. More units are trickling in for our Gilded Man-at-Arms player. Well, yes, for our Order of the Dragon player, and it does look like this is actually going to be GG pretty soon. The 2 ramps are still up and running, fully functional, and there it goes. GG does get called. Game goes to our green Order of the Dragon player, LaSh. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.